एग्जाम पे चर्चा में आपका स्वागत है और आज हमारे साथ हैं शुभ्रीत कौर. Shubhreet Kaur has scored overall 8 bands on 10th of August 2023. Let's talk to Shubhreet now. Shubhreet, tell us something about yourself.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shubhreet Kaur, and I recently completed my secondary education from Shri Guru Harkrishan Senior Secondary School. And I've also given the examination of IELTS on the 10th August 2023, and I've obtained overall 8 bands from it.
That's wonderful. Absolutely great. Let us talk about the examination now. The examination was of IELTS academic. It was on 10th of August, and you are watching Exam Pe Charcha. This is a social media contact. In case you haven't followed us on YouTube, I request you to follow our channel, webberzeducomplimited, subscribe, comment, and like. We have a world-class blog which you must see, and we have this Instagram handle where you can get all the latest news about international examinations that we have to offer. Shubhreet Kaur gave her exam on 10th of August 2023. Her listening was 8.5, reading 8.5, writing 6.5, speaking 7.5, and an overall score of very, very impressive 8 bands. So let's talk to Shubhreet. This is the result card. And let's talk to Shubhreet about her speaking first. Shubhreet, you said that you took 13 minutes for speaking. So can you explain us about all the 3 parts of speaking?
Of course, sir. The introduction part was more about the social issues and the happiness, about what kind of things makes me happy, and all the general questions that speaker can ask. About the cue card, I got the cue card of describe a party where you met a person whom you like talking to. It was approximately 2 minutes I speak, and also I had to describe the party as well as the person. So I think that was a moderate level. And lastly, the third discussion part was about the social gatherings where a person is able to talk to another people. It was mostly related to the cue card, and the level of it was tough as the examiner asked me hybrid questions, and the length of questions were very lengthy, and I was not able to actually remember them most of the time.
I can understand. I can definitely. And Shubhreet, there was no mask by the examiner or by you?
No, sir. I was not wearing a mask, and neither was the examiner.
Right. And overall speaking was moderate to tough.
Yes, sir.
Shubhreet, we are seeing this trend every time that the question, the discussion part are pretty long. So what is your advice to our audience to handle such kind of questions?
I think a person should not be scared of all the lengthy questions, because I feel that when I was able to answer most of the questions they were asked in a single sentence, the examiner would always repeat their questions to me in order to get an answer from it. So I think they were helpful for me too, and I feel that a person should always think before, maybe take a couple of seconds thinking about the answer and then answer all the things.
So आपके कहने का मतलब है कि ध्यान से सुनना चाहिए, फिर सोचना चाहिए, फिर बोलना चाहिए.
मुझे लगता था कि मैं डर जाऊंगी वहां पे, पर मैंने बहुत अच्छे से आंसर दिया, और एग्जामिनर भी खुश था about seeing the confidence in my smile and all.
Wonderful. Okay. And आपको पहला टास्क और दूसरा टास्क जो आया, प्लीज उसके बारे में जानकारी दीजिए.
पहला टास्क था एक मैप स्ट्रीट का, जो काफी टफ दिख रहा था. Actually, it was very tough to look at, and I was very nervous about it. How am I going to make paragraphs out of it? But जब मैंने आगे अपनी introduction लिखनी शुरू की, then I felt that the information provided by the map was quite long, and I was able to write my paragraphs in a very helpful manner, and I was able to complete it in 53 minutes. I think that is the case.
Great. What about
also,
task?
Yes, the task 2 was moderate level. About some studies have shown that most crimes rates are increasing due to the lack of education among criminals. For this reason, some people believe that educating the criminals in prison can reduce the crime rate. It also increases the chances of getting jobs by prisoners when they leave the prison. To what extent do you agree or disagree? I feel these kind of questions are very easy to make, because I was able to make 3 paragraphs which did not contain much of the information that I can think of. And I was able to complete all of the paragraphs with the very common words I feel that, and I also think that rechecking is the most important part. I was not able to recheck it, all of it, so I think that is the reason I scored that marks in my writing section. But
Right.
overall, the questions were easy, and I was able to gain much of the information from the questions too.
Okay, so overall writing was moderate level.
Yes, sir.
So please let us know what happened in listening.
The listening was quite good, I think, because जब पहला पार्ट था उसमें स्पीकर्स जो थे वो स्लो बोल रहे थे और मैंने अच्छे से सुना और सारे क्वेश्चन के आंसर दिए और आई थिंक दैट बिल्डेड अप माय कॉन्फिडेंस। पहले मैं बहुत डरी हुई थी कि मुझे क्या पता क्या सुनेगा, पर जब वो आसानी से मुझे समझ आ रहा था तब मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ा और बाद में मुझे टफ नहीं लगा, क्योंकि बाद में जब उन्होंने स्पीड बढ़ाई सेकंड पार्ट में, विच कंसिस्टेड ऑफ मैप्स एंड एमसीक्यू, जो ज्यादातर मेरे गलत होते थे, पर जब उन्होंने अपनी स्पीड बढ़ाई और मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस पहले से ही बूस्ट अप था फर्स्ट पार्ट से, बिकॉज मेरे ओवरऑल सारे आंसर सही थे, तो आई थिंक दैट वाज एबल टू हेल्प अ लॉट। The third part was okay. It was MCQ and presentation of students. It was lengthy and the options were tough. But I think if we are able to believe in ourselves, we can also do that. Because मैंने भी कई जगह पे बस सोचकर आंसर्स को टिक किया जो मुझे लगा after listening all of the conversations. And the fourth part consisted of blanks. It was easy actually. The blanks were one word only, which was the easiest part of it, and I felt really good after completing the listening part.
So overall listening moderate hai.
Yes, sir.
Reading, you said that you did in 53 minutes and you transferred the answers in about another 4-5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And this is what reading is. So explain us in detail about all sections of reading.
Yes, of course, sir. The part one was classifying societies, and the part one was actually really tough. So it was a bit discouraging about all of the things that are going to come to the next parts. I was very scared. मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा था कि अगले पार्ट में पता नहीं क्या आ जाएगा। तो मैंने जब पार्ट वन कंप्लीट किया, उसकी बस रीडिंग ही पैराग्राफ्स थे वो आसान नहीं थे, पर आई थिंक जो क्वेश्चंस आए वो ज्यादातर पैराग्राफ से रिलेटेड थे और जो मुझे आसान ही लगे। आई थिंक उन्होंने जो वर्ड ऑफ चॉइस थे, उनके वर्ड्स थे वो काफी डिफिकल्ट थे, जिसकी वजह से ये रीडिंग पार्ट का फर्स्ट पार्ट बहुत मुश्किल लग रहा था, but the second part was easy to understand, and I felt that second part में जो चीजें आई जैसे headings, fill-ups and list of peoples, वो like सामने सामने ही था सब कुछ, हमें मुझे पता लग रहा था कि किस पैराग्राफ में क्या आ जाएगा. So I think the part 2 was moderate, and for me it was quite an easy, and part 3 is also moderate. So it was actually good. True false not given bhi aasan the. List of people was quite tough, but I was able to complete it in more like 5 or 6 minutes. Fill-ups and MCQ was also easy, and I think MCQ was moderate level.
Okay. So overall reading was moderate to tough.
Yes, sir.
तो ओवरऑल एग्जाम जो आपसे बात करके मुझे लगा ये मॉडरेट टू टफ एग्जामिनेशन है. सो आपकी क्या एडवाइस है ऑडियंस को, क्या करना चाहिए उनको आपके जैसे स्कोर लेने के लिए?
For me, I think that confidence matters the most.
Exactly.
Confidence से ही मैंने इतना स्कोर किया है, और स्पीकिंग पार्ट में मैंने जब ज्यादातर लोगों को देखा है वो बहुत ज्यादा डरे हुए थे, उनसे बात नहीं की जा रही थी, एंड आई थिंक दैट गिविंग अ स्माइल इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट. The examiner was very happy of me for smiling at her, and she felt really good about it. And reading, listening, and all of the writing parts are also quite an easy if a person has practice. Practice is something very important.
So you feel that daily practice is important. तो क्या आप अपनी preparation time पे daily practice करती थी?
Of course, sir. मैंने जब अपने सेंटर में भी जाना, वहां पे सारे मॉड्यूल्स करने और घर आके दोबारा सेकंड टाइम भी करने. So I think it made me get used to all of that. And it was
very true. Wishing you all the best, Shubhreet.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.